Here we go. Hello and welcome back, everyone. This video is not going to have much content. It's basically an announcement, an update regarding my reading group. The reading group that I organize, I host, that currently meets on Saturdays, every Saturday at noon, so 12 p.m. Eastern Time. And since we are just switching books, we just finished discussing Scenes of Clerical Life by George Eliot, and we set the books, the text that we are reading and discussing for the remainder of this year. So for the rest of 2024, we know what we are reading and what we are discussing. And this is an update that I'm sharing with you in case you are interested in joining this reading group for what I think is a very affordable, essentially nominal fee. That's a funny word. And if you're interested in these texts, if you're interested in spending time with me and others in the group in live discussions, there is room in the group at the moment. Okay, so there are 3 books that we are going to read and discuss starting this coming Saturday, which is going to be August 24th. Starting August 24th, for 4 sessions, we are going to talk about a series of 4 lectures that Jean-François Lyotard delivered in 1964. And the title of these lectures, the collection of lectures together, is Why Philosophize? And the lectures individually are titled Lecture 1, Why Desire? Lecture 2 is Philosophy and Origin of Philosophy. The origin of the philosophical attitude, which, to put it very briefly, has to do with separation or loss. Lecture 3 is titled On Philosophical Speech, and Lecture 4 on Philosophy and Action. Okay, so that will be our discussions. The first, serious encounter that my reading group and we had together with Poststructuralism was through James Williams' really, really great book on Poststructuralism. And the thinker that really stuck with me the most in that collection was Lyotard, surprisingly. I'll tell you more about that, hopefully at some future point, maybe even on the public YouTube channel. Okay, after those 4 sessions, and that book, by the way, the Lyotard book, is very, very light, not super easy, but the lectures were delivered and they were intended for first-year students of that time, which is not to say that they would apply to our time, because Lyotard would say things like, okay, you might not be as familiar to the audience. He says things like, I'm paraphrasing, you might not be as familiar with pre-Socratic philosophers, but I'm gonna tell you about Proust. I'm gonna make a reference and an analogy to Proust because you might be more familiar with In Search of Lost Time. I mean, is that really going to work now? I don't know. Anyways, after Lyotard and his lectures, we are going to turn to Virginia Woolf and to the Lighthouse, and we are going to devote 6 discussions to that novel. And after To the Lighthouse, I am finally assigning a Byung-Chul book to my reading group. And the book that I've selected to discuss and to read together is Capitalism and the Death Drive, a collection of essays translated by Daniel Stoyer and published by Polity in 2021. And how many sessions we are going to devote? Did I already say that? To Byung-Chul and Capitalism and the Death Drive? 8 sessions, beginning in November 2nd until the last session of the year, December 21st. Yeah. The schedule of the reading group, the text is, if I remember, will be provided in the descriptions of this video. And in that link, if you follow the link, you will see that to register for the reading group, the way to do it is to go through Patreon and register on tier 2. And if you do that, you will gain access not only to the reading group, but also to our previous recordings. If you register if you register at the first tier, tier 1, which is $5 per month, you will also have access to our recordings. And if you take a look at those recordings, you will get a sense of how our discussions go, how informal we are, how much we try to stay relevant not just to the text, but also to the materials of our personal lives. And that basically it is what we try to cultivate is a philosophical community that is also a group of friends. That friendliness, similar to what Byung-Chul advocates. Friendliness, being friends, caring for our community, for each other, for the group, is a guiding principle for me and for us. I think I can speak for the group in its current form. Okay, so 3 books for the rest of 2024. Why Philosophize, Jean-François Lyotard, To the Lighthouse, Virginia Woolf, and Capitalism and the Death Drive by Byung-Chul. I hope to see you there. I hope I see at least 2 new participants in our group. And that's it. That's the announcement. I suspect I might not have so much time for the rest of this year to spend time recording videos for the public channel. And if so, I hope that we're all doing well. I hope you have a good rest of the year, and I look forward to some more leisure in the hopefully not too distant future, so I can connect with you through this medium, this platform. Until then, bye.